Well, this is Mother's Day's weekend, and of course we're all thinking about mothers, and it got me thinking about my own mother. I got to spend 55 wonderful years with her before the Lord took her home after a brief but painful battle with cancer just 2 years ago, 2 weeks before her birthday and about 3 weeks before Mother's Day. But I have some memories of her, and I think about that, and it reminds me how special she was to me and is to me. And as I think about this, I was reading in 1 Timothy how Timothy was instructed by Paul how to treat people in the church. In 1 Timothy chapter 5, verses 1 and 2, it says that we are supposed to treat younger men as brothers, and to treat older women as mothers, and younger women as sisters with all purity. Now I just kind of want to focus on that part about treating mothers, treating older women as mothers. And I think about it, not many of us were adopted in this life, but in Christ we are all adopted, and we have a new family. And we have many mothers within our new family, older women, that we should treat with that kind of love and respect that we should have for our own mother. As I think back at some of the memories that I have, one of my earliest memories when I was just probably about 3 years old, I remember we lived in San Francisco, and my mom and I would go out when the wind was blowing, and you know the wind blows in San Francisco, and we would just dance in the wind, and we would have a great time just dancing around the wind. My mom would do stuff with me all the time and just spend time with me. As a matter of fact, she was a school teacher when I was born, and not long after that, she decided to be a stay-at-home mom so that she could put her focus on raising her kids. And myself and my two brothers, got a lot of her time, and she wanted to do things with us. As a matter of fact, I remember when my mom was, going to plan a big vacation, and we were going to go camping, and my dad with his job was just too busy, couldn't get the time off, and so she got her sister, my aunt, to go with us. And we loaded up in our car, which happened to be a 1971 light blue fastback station wagon, fastback Volkswagen. And so there's 3 of us boys, and 2 of us early teens, and my younger brother, and we're in the back seat, and my mom's driving, and my aunt's in the front seat. 6-hour drive to Yosemite, and we went tent camping, and spent a week up there, and hiking around and running all over, and had a great time. My mom was always doing things for us. She always she put other people first for her whole life. Whenever anybody was in need, she would give whatever she had. She was always just giving to others. That's what moms do. They give and they take care of others. And I think about that, and I think about a time when I really forgot, how much she gave. And I can picture, I was, I think, 16 at the time. That would have been my next younger brother would have been 13, and then my youngest brother was 7. And we're all sitting at the table, my dad and my brothers and I. And we're kind of complaining because dinner's not ready yet. And my mom's just in the kitchen, scrambling, working hard, trying to get everything done for us. And we're just all sitting there waiting for dinner. Finally, she got dinner on the table. And then she went in the other room, and she just collapsed on the couch. And I remember going in there and realizing suddenly that she was really sick. And so I was like, I said something like, "Oh, you should take a rest, Mom." Of course, I didn't actually offer to do anything like, "Oh, I'll do the dishes," or something. Then the next day that, she went into the doctor, and the doctor said, "Well, you have, quote, walking pneumonia, and you need to stay off your feet for about 2 weeks if you're going to get better," and gave her some antibiotics. And so my dad had a family meeting, called us boys in and said, "Now here's some assignments," and we each got our assignments, and we're going to do all these things. And I'm pretty sure that after those 2 weeks were over, that everything went back to normal. Well, the normal of us taking for granted how much she did and not helping. And so I think about that, and I think about how much I really do appreciate my mom, and how much she did for us, and how much she loved us sacrificially. And that was that's what she does because she's a mom. And I think about that, and I think about the moms that we have, whether they're the moms in our family or whether the moms within our church family. And I thought of some things that we could kind of apply and put into practice. So think about the moms in your family and think about what you could do. One thing is really appreciate them. Tell them how much you appreciate them, if you mean it, and you should, because they deserve it. Also, don't take that for granted. Think about all the things that they do, and maybe even look for ways that you can come alongside and help them. Maybe that would really surprise some of them. You're helping me because they always help us. And think about what you could do that they would really like. Oftentimes we think, I remember once Christmas, I got my mom a toaster for Christmas, and another one I got her a popcorn popper. And I wasn't thinking about what she wanted, I was thinking about what I wanted. The toaster was broken, and I liked popcorn. I knew she liked popcorn, but that wasn't the point. I wasn't thinking of her, I was thinking of me. And so think about our moms and think about them, maybe doing something for them that they wouldn't expect, like doing the dishes. And I just think if we could say Happy Mother's Day in a tangible way to those moms in our life, whether the moms that we have in our life, our mothers-in-law, or just the moms that are around us, that are taking care of us and do so many things for us within our church family, and just be able to reach out and say, thank you, I appreciate you, and honor them. Maybe give them a call, a text, or even an old-fashioned letter, and just say, I appreciate you, I love you, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and have a blessed day.